Alright, man, so here y'all thinking, do I need music theory to make beats, to start making beats, to learn how to make beats? Short answer is no. Long answer is also no. And don't get me wrong, man, it can be very useful and very helpful to know music theory, especially when you're playing piano and all that shit. But like I said, do you need music theory? No, it's useful, but you don't need it. You feel me? So I already made a video like this like half a year ago. It's my most watched video on my channel, and y'all really like that video. But I felt like the video was a little bit outdated. This is what I looked like half a year ago. Hey man. So yeah, I'm gonna be making a beat from scratch and explaining the whole process without using music theory, man. So let's get right into it. And by the way, before we get into the beat, man, I already see y'all typing in the comments. There's actually a difference between music theory and a trained ear, you feel me? Like, I've been making beats for 4 years now. I've made over thousands of beats, and of course my ears developed over time. So like I said, it's a difference between knowing music theory and knowing what notes go well together, you feel me? So let's get right into the beat, man. So the first thing when making beats without knowing any music theory, I suggest y'all to do is work in scales. So go to this menu right here, drop that menu in the piano roll, go to view, scale highlighting, and select the key right here and the scale. So for this beat, I'm gonna go for minor, the minor scale right here. Let's go for C sharp. So now all the highlighted notes are in scale, in key. All these notes right here, and all the other notes, these ones right here, are out of scale. So make sure to stay away from those notes. And that's pretty much all you have to know, man. So as long as you stay within these highlighted notes, you're good. Like, you'll stay in the scale and nothing will sound out of key. So let's start out with Nexus. Find a sound I like. So I like my beats a little bit more fast paced, so I'm gonna set the BPM to let's go for 170. So I always like to start out on the root note, C sharp, the scale we're working in, and I'm gonna just build some notes on top of that. You feel me? Just stay in the scale. But G sharp, another C right here, something like this. So in this preset, the high frequencies really stand out too much, in my opinion. So I'm gonna play around with this cutoff knob. Hear the difference? Should be good. Just copy this over like 4 times. It's hard. Let's alternate between the C sharp and the G sharp on top of the chords. Another thing is I always like to render out my samples. So I click this button right here and do Alt or Option R. Actually made a video on shortcuts and shit. Should pop up in either corner. So now that I rendered out the sample right here, I'll usually put it to stretch and play around with the pitch wheel. Pitch it down. Woo. So it's into a mixer track right now. And I always like to start out with the EQ just to kind of clean it up before I put any other effects on it. Y'all see me do this in every one of my videos. Because let's say instead of EQ, I'd start out with the reverb, delay, distortion. I basically enhance the frequencies that I wanted to take out in the beginning. You feel me? So I basically make it harder for myself. So I'm gonna just EQ some of the harsh frequencies out and the frequencies that I don't want. There's a lot of frequencies right here in the mids. Lower them a little bit. Boost some of the highs. Something like that. It's a little bit of compression. So my effects channel always started with the EQ and then a compressor, and after that you're free to do whatever you want since you already cleaned it up and compressed it. And for the ones who don't know what a compressor does, is it basically lowers your dynamic range. You feel me? So let's say you got all these peaks in your melodies, very loud parts, very quiet parts. It kind of pushes it down, you feel me, to a more compressed signal. I'll be using this radiator plugin from Sound Toys. I just got the Sound Toys bundle. I'll be using this one a lot. I don't exactly know what it does, but it just sounds good. So I'm gonna lower the input, give it more output. It's a noticeable difference. So I'm gonna keep that. All right, let's actually get another EQ. Got a little idea. I'm gonna select the shelf right here. Let's automate either this one or this one. I think I'm gonna do this one. I'm gonna right click it and I'll create automation clip. Alright, last effect I'm gonna put on it is a reverb. Let's use this super plate from Sound Toys. This one right here. Put a low cut on it so it doesn't get too muddy in the low end. That should be good. So far, like I said, we didn't really use music theory yet. We only built these chords right here. For the ones wondering how I knew which notes to use, start out with the C sharp, then I put a G sharp on top of that. Once again, the root note brought it back up right here to C sharp. And next is a tip I can give y'all to use notes that are directly next to each other in the scale. They create a lot of tension, so it's good when you're making dark beats. So let's add another layer to the melody. Let's go for Omnisphere. Let's go for the ARP and BPM presets right here. And I'm gonna copy over the chords we started out with. We did change the key. Pitch it down 6, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So actually pitch it down 2 more, because I don't really like the way how 808s sound on G. So I'm gonna pitch it down to F. So let's browse to the presets right here. Take these bottom notes out. So run that part out. This part right here. Make this fade out. Let's copy this over. Just adds another layer to it. I'm gonna run this out to keep it organized. Next one I'm gonna do, send it to a mixer track. Start out with the EQ. I think I'm gonna put a shelf on this. Really tucking it back. That's hard. Put some compression on it once again. Put the CLA 76 from Waves to really take out those peaks right there. Something like that. Next, I'm add some distortion to it. Use the Decapitator from Santoys. That's hard. I think I'm gonna cut this part out at the beginning. Just kind of make it more unique. Generic. Next, of course, some reverb. Copy over the super plate we used before. Add a lot of reverb to this. Next, I think I'm gonna put a delay before the reverb. Put it to ping pong. Play around with the panning. I think I'm keep it like that. As for the next melody, I'm gonna just keep it simple and add some body to it with keyscape, and I'm gonna just add some root notes to it. So no music theory once again, just F, the scale we're working in. Pitch it down. Just keep it very simple. The C right here. Keep it very repetitive. Started with the EQ. Got some of the lows out. Bring a lot of the highs out. Some compression. Some reverb. Not too much. Keep it very simple for the piano. That is pretty much it. Yeah, keep it like that. Let's go for arcade, man. I ain't used this in like 3 months. First off, let's change the key to F minor. Like, most of this shit is so goofy, bro. Let's try this one. I just want some very ambient, like some very simple. You feel me? That could work. That could work. Let's see how that one sounds. Halftime. Go to playback. Go to speed. Half speed right here. That could work actually. I'm gonna just run the vocal chop out. Just gotta make these fade into each other. Once again, I'm gonna render it out into one audio clip. Just keep things organized. Show. Some compression. So add some distortion to that. Very subtle. Also add some reverb to that. just to kind of blend it in. Feel me? Next, I'm adding this accent to it from a Rook Season Drumkit. It's Tubular Bell right here. I've been using it all the time. Just makes it sound dark instantly. Something like that. Add some reverb to the Tubular Bell. Feel me? Like, it makes it sound dark instantly. Alright, so I'm gonna add like one more melody to it, and how I'm gonna decide what to add to it is I'm gonna open up a parametric EQ on the master, and I'm gonna use this to view where it's still lacking some frequencies. You feel me? As you can see, the mids are very full, the low mids very full, but in the high end it's still missing something. And the reason why I'm adding something in the higher frequencies is you of course want your samples to sound as full as possible. So every frequency spectrum, like the low mids, the mids, high mids, the highs, you of course want all of those frequency ranges to be filled up and to be used, so the whole sample just sounds like a whole. You feel me? Like, make it sound full. Let's go for Omnisphere. Let's give it like this. So I found this preset in Retroland. Actually hard. Turn off some of the effects. Let's play around with the attack. Something like that. Just keep it run out. It's F and it's C. And let's run it out. And let's really make those high frequencies stand out. Get this shelf right here. Open up another EQ, boost the highs. Like that. And just some ear candy, something subtle, so you don't want it to be too overpowering. So I'm gonna turn it down a little bit, and the only thing I'm gonna add to it, other than EQ and some compression, is some reverb, of course. This came out hard, man. This is a sample we ended up with. So I'm gonna add a new pattern right here for the drums. Like always, man, all the drum samples I'm gonna be using get from my drum kits right here. My Accent drum kit, a Rook Season drum kit. This kit's got everything in it to lay down hard drums, 808s, bonus loops, claps, some effects. My Accent drum kit got 10 FL Studio themes in it. So if you're fucking with the drum samples I'm gonna be using in today's video, man, make sure to go check it out. First link down in the description. So yeah, let's lay down some drums. Start out with the hi-hat and snare. Use this one right here. Very basic. Let's spice up the highs a little bit. Woo. Let this go down. Yo. That's hard. That's hard. I just open that to it. Add this counter snare to it to fill in some empty gaps. I'll add some more bounce to it. Oh, that's hard. So add a snare roll at the end. I'm gonna just go down. That's hard. Alright, so I'm gonna add 808 to it now. And for the 808, it's very important to follow the root notes. So we start out on F, right here. Make sure it's in the middle. Start out on F, like I said, and made it go down to C, right here. So make sure to follow the root notes when laying down 808s. And that's pretty much it, man. That's how I make my beats without knowing any music theory. So I hope y'all learned something from this video, like always. For the ones watching who don't know any music theory at all, I hope y'all got a little motivated by watching this video, knowing you can make good beats without knowing any music theory. So I want to thank y'all for watching the video all the way to the end. If you like the drum sounds that I use in this video, all my drum kits, first link down in the description. So go check that out if you like the sounds. And also if you got any future video ideas or things you want to see on the channel, make sure to let me know in the comments. And that's all I have for today's video, man. So I'll catch you on the next one.